Hey YouTube, hi friends, welcome back to the channel guys. In today's video, we'll talk about the anti-aging, how the aging process is controlled in your body, and then once you know this, how can you reverse this, right? So a little bit of a background about me. My name is KR and I have a PhD in biochemical engineering and biotechnology from IIT Madras, and on this channel I share topics related to science and technology, and especially biological sciences, which fascinate me. And anti-aging is a topic where I'm very passionate about. The whole idea that aging is a disease had just come to be discussed in the last couple of decades. Aging is actually a disease like any other disease, and since you can treat the disease, you can treat the aging process, and it is now very apparent. So how is the aging process controlled in your body? So we have 7 genes in mammals, right? And you can say this in eukaryotes. Eukaryotes are the organisms with complex cellular structure, starting from the yeast to all the way to the higher mammals, including us as humans, right? So we have this 7 genes called silent information regulators, or sirtuins, and these were discovered, at least I learned it from the book Lifespan by Dr. David Sinclair. So the whole purpose of these genes is to control the aging process, right? So consider, we all know about our genome. Our genome is this DNA which we're carrying, right? And our genome has a lot of genes, right? But all the genes at all the times are not active in all the cells. For example, the cells of your skin have certain genes active. The cells of your eye have certain genes active, which makes them function as an eye. Likewise for the skin. Likewise for the hairs, right? Every cell has his identity because only certain genes are active in that cell. But the DNA in all the cells remain the same, right? So what controls this on and off of these genes is something called as the epigenome, or the methylation patterns over the DNA. So wherever the methylation pattern is different, that genes are active in those cells. What starts to happen as a result? We progress in life. As a result, we are living life. So we are taking all these nutrients in the body. We are having the metabolism going on. The metabolic byproducts are released, and these metabolic byproducts then starts to erode the epigenome. And once this epigenome is eroded, then what happens? Then these genes lose their identity, basically. So if a gene is having a certain pattern of epigenome, it knows what to express. But now when, as a result of acetyl groups which are coming on these methylation methyl groups, and they are basically making the genes lose identity. So acetylation is a pattern which lets them lose its identity, and the genes does not know what to do. So as a result, the gene which is responsible for pigmentation of hairs, so it's a very simple example, melanin production, it stops producing melanin, right? Likewise the cancerous cells, they lose what they have to do, so they become cancerous. So these are all the byproducts of aging. Now the big question is, once we know that methylation is responsible for this, how can we restore the methylation? And there are ways we can do it. It has been seen now scientifically that we can restore the methylation patterns as a result of taking certain supplements, like certain activators, which basically activate the sirtuins, which are the 7 genes which I talked about, right? These 7 genes, their functionality can be restored because over time they lose their functions, right? And the purpose of these 7 genes is to restore the epigenome. So once you have your epigenome intact, you are addressing the problem of aging. You're addressing the disease of aging, right? And these sirtuins can be activated by some compounds like resveratrol, like quercetin, like NMN, like NAD, and additionally these sirtuins can also be controlled by certain types of exercises. The functionality can be maintained and enhanced as a result of high intensity interval training, as a result of stressing your body, controlled hormesis, as a result of fasting, as a result of cold therapy, cold shocks, right? So these are the things you can do as a normal person to restore your methylation patterns, and as a result you can have a slow rate of aging, right? So once we know this science, how it actually happens, we can take steps towards increasing our lifespan. And my very simple approach to anyone who wants to live forever, and this is not my approach, I'm reading from some books, right, is that you don't think about living forever now. You'll get there eventually. So every 4 years we're making massive advancements in science and technology, especially in the longevity science. And with the advent of AI now, it's being accelerated at a much faster pace. So you have to just think about the 4 years. How can you reduce your age or slow down the rate of your aging for the next 4 years? And once you're able to do that, you can elongate your lifespan massively, because by the next 4 years you'll have more technologies coming in, all sorts of things which we do not know. For example, we saw the advent of CRISPR-Cas, which is amazing for the newborns, right? The kind of changes it is resulting in it are amazing. The cell and gene therapy, for example. So all these amazing things are happening, right? And they can immensely impact you. One very important thing which very common people can start doing right away is the avoidance of direct sun rays exposure. So the UV has a spectrum, and the afternoon sunlight is not good for you. Whenever you want sunlight, go for the morning sunlight, which is the reddish to orangish in color, right? The first rays, that exposure is the best for you to accelerate your vitamin D productions. But if you are exposing yourself to the times when the sun is at the highest, right, that time you are basically screwing up yourself, because you're damaging your DNA, and as a result your sirtuins are overactive because they are restoring the DNA. They are basically like the repair mechanism. They are repairing your DNA, and as a result of overstressing, they will lose their functionality over time. So avoiding sun, too much exposure to sun, and I'll put up a picture over here about a truck driver, which is a perfect example how overexposure of sun can lead to accelerated aging on one part of his face, which was always exposed to the sun when he was driving his truck, while the other part, which was hidden from the sun, was perfectly fine. So this is an amazing way to avoid or accelerate aging, right? Smoking is known to again break down your DNA. Smoking, the smoke, the particulate matter which comes as a result of smoking has been shown to break down your DNA. And when you break down your DNA, again sirtuins are active to again repair and restore the DNA, right? So overactivation of sirtuins leads to stressing the sirtuins, and they lose their functionality, and you go into aging. Now you're no longer able to repair your DNA. As a result, you develop all these things like cancer and all those things, right? So you have to take care of these simple things, and once you take care of these simple things and know what activates your sirtuins, which are the silent information regulators, you can maintain your DNA and you can live longer. So I hope this video was helpful to you guys. I'm creating a lot of science and tech videos over here on this channel. If you want great information like this, which is life-changing or life-transforming, do subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comment section below how do you like it. My name is KR. I have a PhD in biochemical engineering and a BTech in biotechnology, and I work at a biopharmaceutical company. This channel is the interest, and this channel is totally is not professional. It's just sharing my passion towards science and technology. Thanks again for watching the video, guys. I will see you again in the next one. Till then, take care, bye bye. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel so that you do not miss on this life-changing content I'm creating over here. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you again. Bye bye. Take care.